Let's see who's in here. Yo, Dominus, what up? Salute to Dominus, y'all. He's having a son. Soon to be. It's gonna be my nephew right there. I already got the perfect name for him. But they won't call him that for some reason. I don't know why. It's like the illest name ever. In the history of names, y'all. History. But shout out to my brother. Always been my brother. Like, nah, I mean, like one of those people. Like you can always say that, yo. If someone ever talk shit about them, you go like that's one of those people you can be like, nah, that's not that nigga right there. Know what I mean, and I'm always able to say that because anytime somebody has something to say, y'all got people like that you can just vouch for no reason. Like you gotta be able to vouch for people. Like I can vouch for certain people. It's not to me, but I can vouch for. And it probably ain't ever gonna be people I can vouch for. But that nigga right there I always vouch for because like I know, somebody's character. I'm glad to say I know that nigga. I'm glad to say I know people like that. On the real. And that's my brother. And I'm glad to say he having a son. And if you don't name his son, everything I said back. And I'm gonna talk wild shit about him. But I'm gonna do it to myself. I'm not gonna do it on here because my bad. He probably gonna hit me or some shit like later. But it's cool because like he's probably mad because like he is a Redskin fan. I'm a Giants fan. But let's get into it like this. Who's joining the live tonight? Like anybody join? It says Mojo. Mojo, you there? It says people are joined in. What the yo? I hate Instagram. Let me try this one more again. Kurt, what up? What up? Oh, Reborn in it. Oh, what up, Reborn?
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Live and breathing.
There you go. There you. No. It got your silhouette up.
Okay.
And we got Philly finest in the building. I mean, so Kurt, tell the people. A matter of fact, no, we're gonna do ladies first. Reborn, tell the people who you are, baby girl.
Reborn Soul government name Renee. I'm a spoken word artist, poet,
And just a good motherfucker altogether.
good people.
Good. No. See, I think you sell yourself short. Great peoples. How about that one?
My poetry is my artist.
Okay. There we go. Ooh, so we gotta snap every time she says something, right? Okay. Kurt.
I hope I get to spit one before the night's out. We're over here with you.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna let Kurt introduce himself, and then I want you to spit something real quick. Could you mind doing that?
All day, I'm good. I'm here.
All right. You said advise you don't see your Mojo. I'm trying to join you in, Mojo.
I'm on here. That's what I'm saying, dummy.
What up? This Kurt, just chilling. Cool Kurt from Philly. You know what I'm saying? What up, Mojo?
Hey, Kurt. Good evening, sis. I don't know her name. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening to you too, sis.
Mojo, tell the people who you are, baby girl.
What up, everybody? Happy Thursday. It's your girl, Mojo.
Go stick.
Oh, to my homie, fuck your feelings. What up, baby girl? Wow, cute. So Reborn. Let us get a little taste of what you got to give for the people, if you don't mind. Hola.
Is she there?
Yeah. Reborn?
Yeah, I had myself on mute. My bad.
You using it. Using it. She was into it too. She was or mute.
I was on mute waiting. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give you a choice.
Give us something real.
My thought.
Oh, my bad. Let me be quiet.
No. It's a choice. So you want to hear my thoughts, my journey into the new, or glistening intuition?
Is that
I like choice.
Is that rhetoric? Or is this a question?
Yeah. It was a question.
Oh, okay. So tell me, I want you to do it like this. Whatever you think displays your light in the best way possible. Like give us any one of them.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, they all do, but
I like that.
journey into the new.
I like that. They all
All
do.
right. They all do. Journey into the new. I'll be sure to talk to God every day. See, I gotta watch my words, my verbs. I pray. Resist that persistent urge, that surge I have to become an enabler and then a better, because you know those situations, they never get any better. For my peace, I had to cease, just surrender. And now I keep my cloak soaked in love, and I will bask in all of his splendor. And it fits just like a glove, knowing it was sent straight from above. I had to realize what I was chasing. It wasn't even my battle. In fact, I was chasing a bird in an open cage, hovering over a pit full of rattles. I had to remember faith without work. So I had to put in that work. Then I straightened up my crown, because the devil does lurk with illusions and tales to tattle. But as long as I keep my eyes to the sky, my head and my vibes high, oh, he's going to let me know the real from the fake. And when I stood my ground without putting others down, that's how you bruise the head of the snake and leave phony people and liars with their own device to sit around and debate. But be careful, because that return to sender, oh, it's going to trigger the offender, because they cannot continue to kill, steal, destroy, or make you a contender. Some will surrender. Others, pride will be the hinder. New lender. And payback for that is a different tax. Straight fact. You should do unto others as would have them do unto you. But selfish people have no clue of what to do, or even what it looks like. They will offend you. They say, why you get so mad? I was just playing. Trap land. So you can get caught up between what's in your heart and what's in your mental. Then they'll come back and act all sentimental with kindergarten apologies, middle school analogies, high school hugs so they could graduate to those kisses, because you know that will feel better. But it's also so the signs of mind manipulation will go missing. But not really. But something inside of all of us is called your intuition. You better listen to it. It didn't tell you. That is kind of silly. I had to wake up after many, many years and a whole lot of tears. Sound, false fears. I regained my power. Time warped back and I snatched back my youthful mind. Belief in myself, eager for this ride. Sound of being alone, it's just fine. Because I have the divine. And he let me know. I heard him clearly. You mine. Well, that's a bet. I had to let go of the vet. Some long-term friends. Then I turned my husband into my ex. Totally surrendered. Ask God, all right, I heard you, but what is the deal? And what's next? He said, do you trust me? I said, you know I do. Because I would have never let go. I didn't want to. But I know all of this is some answered prayers I gave to you. So I agreed to go wherever he told me to go. Had to let go. And I ended some seasons. Boy, that shit hurt like hell. Whew. But now I understand. And I know the reason. Did my best to settle rifts, gave God the rest.
Breaking up.
So already Joe, what I know. So here I go. Because I have been healed and sealed with gratitude.
Okay. Oh, hold up, man.
Mm. Mhm.
How can the people find you? Like, where do you perform? Tell us.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, tell us what's up.
Thank you. Uh, yeah, I perform everywhere. I'm more of a traveler, so I will come to you. I will come. I do features, so I just really need to put a list together of who I know in what towns. I was in Jersey spitting, couldn't figure out where else to go after that. I went to Philly, and then I'm back in Virginia now. So I travel, but right now I'm in the DMV area, so I'll travel around this area.
Listen, I loved it. I love spoken word. I love poetry thing. I used to write poetry. I used to write short stories and quotes, music. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
so like I wrote all of those things. And I love it. I mean, I got people who's into it. And Kurt being from Philly, he knows like that is a heavy Philly thing. I mean, like that is a heavy Philly thing. Like I mean, and also Brooklyn, but heavy Philly.
Well, I just followed you, and I'm gonna need you to hit me up and let me know. You know what I mean? Where to go and while I'm in Philly because I was up there and I didn't see no spots. I looked at some things on Eventbrite, but then I was like, and I just need to know the hot spot.
That's all they do in Philly. Spoken word, honestly, originated from Philly. I mean, am I wrong, Kurt?
Yeah.
No, you right. Like the Black Lilies and stuff like that all started here.
Yeah.
So no, you're not wrong.
So like,
okay.
It's heavy. It's a heavy Philly thing. So like, to honestly, like for you to say that you couldn't find, that's heartbreaking because like, damn.
Well, okay. Let me be honest.
I didn't find that shit there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, no. Let me be honest. My purpose of coming up north was to go to Jersey to the poetry place event that I went to, and I went, but that was on Saturday. So after the event was over, I didn't know what to do. So I didn't have nowhere to go or nothing to do. So I'm from Philly, but I live in Virginia. So I just called my girl and I just moved. I went to Philly and spent the night over there. We hung out on Sunday and then I came home. But yeah, if I'd have known it was something to do on Sunday, I'd have been right there. Yeah, right there.
So look, y'all, let's get this one. Mojo, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
You can't see her at all?
He cannot.
Oh.
I hate Instagram.
He never can.
I hate Instagram. It's like they always block Mojo out. I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, it's just me.
Oh, wow. Well, I can see you clear. It's beautiful.
And I can see you too, my sister. I love that spoken word. It was beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It definitely was. That shit was off the chain. Telling people how to find you, where to follow, how to follow you. All right. Cuddling, what up? Yeah,
so it should be easy to see. On Facebook only, you're going to see Renee Maxwell. That's my name. That's what is under, Renee Maxwell. But looking up and going spiritually, God said my name means reborn or rebirth. So I changed my social media, YouTube, TikTok, all that. Reborn Soul Vibe. You're going to find me on all the platforms. Other than Facebook. Facebook is Renee Maxwell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You hear that? Y'all hear that note? Yo, listen, I sing in the showers, y'all. Hit me up if y'all need a birthday party song.
Okay, thank you.
Nah, I'm kind of nice.
We won't.
I'm kind of nice.
We won't.
I'm kind of nice. I'm kind of nice. No.
You're not. Not at all.
Yeah, I can finish the song if you want me to. I'll finish the song.
Nope.
No.
No. It's a negative.
Why don't I get into the topics then? Why don't I just do? I'm just gonna do that because
do that.
I feel a lot of hate coming.
Uh oh. I'm itching to hear what this topic is about. Since I've been here for 15 minutes, I'm still waiting to see what this topic is about.
15 minutes, damn. I'm limited. Oh shit. Oh shit. That was an asshole response by me, but I am kind of limited, so I said it on purpose because fuck you, Instagram. But I do want to get back into second childhoods because I started talking about it the other night off of my normal live times, and I do want to talk about second childhoods because I know a lot of people that's here wasn't there the other day. And second child, if you understand what second childhood is, like Kurt, you understand second child? When I say second child, you understand what I mean by second childhood, right?
Are you speaking in the terms of like a man like crisis type of thing?
Yeah, that's basically what he means. Somebody who's grown and act like a child.
Yeah. So basically, second childhood is like, yo, is that is the best way to put it. You're grown and still doing things that you as a child. You never grew. You're an adult but never grew out of your child stage. You ever heard somebody say, "I'm a grown ass man" or "I'm a grown woman," but they still act like a fucking kid? They's like, I have a topic that's talk about taking shit to social media, and this topic came about. I talked about it, I think, about 4 years ago. A lot of times I have topics that repeat, and Mojo be like, "Yo, we talked about this before." I'm like, "Shit," or
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it happens, and I'd be like, "Damn."
But it's necessary though sometimes because somebody may have not heard the first time, and we on different timelines, right?
Yeah. So
people tell me that about poetry, so I had to learn. You don't know who's in the room at any given time, so if it's the same topic, it might not be the same people in the room.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
So there you go. What you said was so. My thing is, when I'm talking about second childhood, like, look, y'all, and I want people to understand something. I don't talk about things to say that I'm beyond anything I ever speak about. I was once in my second childhood, and sometimes at certain moments, I may delve into that moment until I have to catch myself. Like it's gonna happen. It happens to everybody. Like now, but when you're constant in that state, that's who you are. I mean, for that moment in your life. It doesn't mean that if you happen to find yourself there for a moment, that's who you are. It just means that you kind of slipped. But some people remain there. Some people haven't left there, and that's what I want to talk about. The ones who haven't left their second childhood. So the ones who haven't left, and it's kind of a second nature, is their first childhood because everything they do was predicated upon behaving as a child will behave, behaving as less than someone with responsibilities, less than someone with who should have common. I can't say should, but at that point in your life is deemed to supposed to have common sense, deemed to supposed to move in a different light. And I'm not the one to look down on nobody. I'm not perfect by any means. I kind of am. No, I'm not.
Hey, so wait, we perfectly imperfect.
Nah, I'm playing. But the thing is, so like, that's what I want to speak upon. That's what I want to talk about. Second childhood, you're a grown ass child. Do y'all know people who still stuck in their second childhood? It's like, yes, we all have our slip ups. And maybe times we catch ourselves, but go ahead.
I don't know too many people that suffer from having a second childhood. Like, it's some things that they may do, like play a video game like a child. You know what I mean? But outside of that, no, I don't really know too many people that do childish things.
Let me ask you a question, Kurt.
At this stage in our lives,
did you ever find yourself at this point in your life cutting people off?
Cutting people off? What? Conversating?
Not just like yo, people that used to be like real cool and real close with, but like I can't deal with them because of where they are in their life. I can't talk to them or conversate with them because or converse.
Yeah, I have.
That's a lot of times that could be the reason why, because it's a second. You may not deem it as that, but that's because like it could be like you're seeing it as
you grown and they haven't.
Yeah, or you yeah. That you're better than them, saying that you move on to a different place and they just still stuck in a certain place. Still like who tell me like, yo, niggas is squares like because they still hustle and niggas is rather work a regular job. a 9 to 5 and take care of their family. So I deal with it, and I deal with niggas who, well, I dealt with niggas who said some shit like that, and I had to cut them off. And these are niggas that I grew up with because they still want to be in the streets. You know what I mean? And they got to believe certain things. Like, I'm like, yo, hey, my nigga, like, it's that's the second childhood to me, cause your mind, your capacity hasn't left where you once was, and you still think that the way we did shit when we was younger is the way it's supposed to be, and like, oh, you can still react in those ways, but yet those same niggas who think that, oh, niggas are squares because y'all working 9 to 5s and taking care of your family, but yet you still live in the home with your parents.
Ding, 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 ding.
I mean, but that's not a knock because of where we from. But it's like, but yet it's not that, but it's like you, even if you still live at home with your parents, some people live at home with their parents, but they pay their parents' bills. But your parents still pay all the bills.
I think that's a little different. Because then at that point, you're there to help your parents.
Yeah, but their parents still pay the bills.
Wait, okay, break what?
Yeah,
Huh?
So you live with your parents.
At first you said
no bills. So it's
paying no bills.
Yeah.
Paying no bills.
Deep thought, what up? Yeah, so
no, that's
you pay no bills. So it's like
right. So no bills. Okay, that's what I did.
So
right.
It's like, yo, like, who's a square now? Like, my nigga, like, don't talk to me about being a square because you have a kid, take care of a kid, but
you're not an adult.
Yeah, you kind of living off of the strength of you Jody. $40.
Yeah.
I mean, like
that wasn't Jody. That was the gay.
Yeah,
character.
I know, but still, $40. That's still
$40.
So you gonna get your ass in that kitchen to make some tacos, right? So bottom line is, and if you watching my nigga, fuck you.
Oh my.
Yeah, not the real. Fuck him.
Well, it felt like it was touching a personal subject, but yeah, I have people that don't grow up, ex friends, ex lovers, things of that nature, and you have to, you got to know who you are to know what you're going to deal with. And then, because if you are in an unstable place and not knowing who you are, you'll ride along with things until you get a clue or they get a clue, one or the other. But that second childhood is like, some people don't grow up, but they've learned that they can camouflage it because they know that it's still immature to act this way or to do such things. However, if I don't show it to the world, but keep it to myself and still do these things, they feel it's okay. I've done a lot of soul healing and just digging into things. It's unhealed wounds, it's childhood trauma, and it's the comfortability of knowing what you know and not being too fearful to try something different.
Yes, indeed.
Too fearful to try something different and just to sit into what you know. That's why people go back to exes that abuse them or that wasn't a good relationship, because it's familiar. Not because they really love that person. It's because they're familiar with that person. And they'd rather take a chance with somebody they're familiar with than somebody new that they have no idea what's going to happen. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing with jobs, the same thing with drug dealers, it's the same thing with all the toxicity ways. Yeah, narcissism, having sex with just fragile people, all of that stuff. Childhood, unhealed wounds, not knowing who you are and having no value in yourself, and then simply being familiar with stuff, liking it, knowing the familiarity of it. I'm comfortable with what's familiar, and I'm scared to death of trying something different that may be even better. But let's not try it, because I know what this is.
Go ahead, Mojo. I love it. Go ahead, Mojo.
I mean, yeah, I definitely agree with her. I definitely know people who are stuck in an eternal state of immaturity, where the numbers of years they have circled the sun may increase, but their level of mental capacity,
I love that,
their level of accountability just has been stagnant. They are grown adults who feel and think that everything that occurs in their space and in their orbit is someone else's responsibility, someone else's fault, someone else's problem.
Yep.
That's not grown mentality. That's not grown thinking. When I become a grown adult, I realize that no matter what happens to me, I have control. I have a say so. It goes back to me. Growing up, my kids used to always be like, "You don't ever take our side. You don't ever." No, no, no. I'm always trying to tell you about you because we can't focus on other people. You can't change no one else but yourself. So let's go over the situation that happened. Let's figure out what you did, because the only person I can help is you.
Yeah.
But I know grown people, no matter what happened to them, they grown, they got kids, they keep somebody else's responsibility. They think somebody else supposed to, well, the kids need this, or my kids need that, or that's your problem. That's your kids. Like, why are you telling everybody else? Well, my mama won't keep my kids. Them not your mama kids.
They sure not. They sure not. They sure not.
Childhood trauma causes mental stagnation, or complex,
it does.
or completely stops mental development at the age.
It can.
Yes,
that's true. At the age of the traumatic experience, and that's true. Whatever happened at that age that trauma happened, that's the age they're stuck in, and they think they can work in that area because they're stuck in that trauma.
It's not actually the age; it's the moment. The moment they're stuck in.
But that's what I'm saying. Look what happened to R. Kelly. The situation where they said, now I know it's alleged, where they said that he had that inappropriate relationship with his mama.
Was it his mom or was it
that's a new one.
Something like that.
That's a new one on me.
Yeah, the sister said it was the mom.
Damn, I got on headphones. I can't even block this.
Oh shit! I ain't know it was the mom.
Yeah,
I ain't either.
In that little surviving R. Kelly thing, the sister was on there. The sister and the brother or something. They said it was the mom.
The brother said it was the aunt because he did them both.
Yeah.
Look, and then somebody in the comments said it was the sister. Dang! And if it was all of them, you see why he crazy or he's doing all this stuff going on. Like,
what the shit?
How can you get out of that mentality? Like, how can you get out of them? Like, and I'm not defending nobody, but you got to understand that mental illness is a real thing, and mental illness comes from unhealthy mental health, like unhealthy mental health.
It comes from like a lot of. It comes from situations that you get stuck in, with situations you dwell in, and we spoke about it. Like, and this is one of those situations that is one of those. It's like. It's deemed the unpopular opinion, because mental health, like whether you see it one way or the other way, a lot of those things can't be true on both sides. The unpopular opinion can be very true on the side when it comes to mental health as well, and people, and it's like we don't want to accept it because of it's like, yo, it's mental health. No, we don't want to touch it. Pause. No, we don't want to diddy that. But it's like, should we though? Because it's like,
yeah.
When we're young, everybody on this planet, 100% of the people on this planet, has developed a story in their mind about something that may or may have not been the case,
or something that's caused a trauma. Some form of trauma.
And that's the reason why I said, like, because we develop our own. That's why it's called history. His story. History is nothing but someone else's depiction on what happened. And mystery is the same thing. Someone else's depiction on what happened. My story, his story. It's all someone's story on what they deemed what happened. And what happened is they actually teach this shit in school. So we got to learn someone else's story. Now, there's evidence of things that has happened in history throughout life and a lot of things, but it's like those are the things we often tend to ignore because those are things we're not taught in school, and it's not in white books. Not going to go there. Not right now, at least. However, if I sat here and said, I'm going to give you prime example for myself, about to make me lose my... So, prime example for myself. So if I said, oh, my father never cared about us. because he was never there. That's developed in my own mind. He was never there. Now he could have cared, but it doesn't mean that he had to be like so. Like I developed that he didn't care because he was never there. Like so, I don't know if he cares or not, but I'm gonna develop that. So that's my way of coping with what's going on. Mom, where's Dad? He's not here. Fuck that nigga. I mean, he don't care. I gotta tell myself that to get myself through. And now that's what I gotta hold on to. So when somebody talked to me about my father, I had to hold on to that shit. I had to fight bad times because now I'm angry about my father not being. And now I gotta develop like, now I gotta do this. I gotta, I mean, so like these are things that happen to children. These are things that children do. Every child develops a story, whether even if both parents in the household. My daughter right now is developing a story in her mind based upon my relationship with her mother. She's developing her own story. And she already has something developed in her mind. So, like, if I don't pull out and talk to her about it to find out what she's thinking in order to correct it, she may carry that on to her 40s and 30s, 30s and 40s and 50s. It's like,
And that's the truth. And the beautiful thing about what you said, and you're holding yourself accountable for the stories that she may have developed, but you're being responsible parent by saying, I need to talk to her. The issue is we do not talk to each other, and that's in all kinds of relationships. I'm totally guilty of that as well. It becomes a thing after a while. It's like after the grandmom's gone, the family breaks up, right? Like they branch off into their own separate families, and there's the separation right there in families itself. I can account for that. My grandmother had 14 children. We had the biggest family reunions I can remember. But when grandma passed, everybody splurted in their own way. We had a cousin take responsibility and have a cousin family reunion to bring the children of all the sisters and brothers together. But the actual people, there's only one left.
I totally understand you because I come from my mom had 18 brothers and sisters. So I definitely know what you're talking about.
So the communication of we got to start communicating a lot with each other. And we've been separated, like you said, between the education system, what they're teaching us and what's really, really, really good, and all of these different things. But if we lose touch with each other, community, people, family, then we can't grow. But it's been embedded in us, whether we knew it or not, self-consciously, to be separate, to have that separate mindset. And we didn't know it. So why did it disperse when the grandparents or the elders have gone and now everybody's dispersed? What happened? Who is the one that's going to be responsible? Did we even talk about it? Who's going to keep the family together? Did we talk about it? When your daughter is going through that, I'm so glad that you recognize that we do develop our own mind. My son did that too. He came up with a whole story of a one comment he overheard me talk to my girlfriend about. A whole story in his head about him. And I was like, what? Like, but not talking about it until some catastrophe happens. Yeah. And now you know. But you didn't know that was even a problem until it went too far on somebody's end.
And that's how it happens because kids, not even kids, adults, honestly, adults. Let me say this: adults' minds are weaker than a child's mind, and if an adult, we as adults, if we have a feeling about something, you know what we do? It's ironclad, it's stamped because we think it. That's what it is. We don't want to hear shit else.
Well, and I get what you're saying with saying that our mind is weaker because we don't open it up. But you got to understand, the older we are, the more experiences we have, so it carves our brain into a certain category. But listen,
that also makes you weaker,
and it makes you overthink.
Right? But can I give you a different twist to exactly what you said?
Good.
How about the adults our minds are stronger, but the emotional maturity of the younger ones, okay, the adult emotion, the maturity is stronger, but the mind of the child are stronger. So when our spiritual maturity, our emotional maturity, we say this: kids' minds are open, but we've experienced stuff, so we understand where these steps can lead to. So we try to impart that. But kids have that open mind, and we should never stop kids from having that mind. I had to learn that firsthand from mine. You know what I mean? Like we were brought up. No, this is the way it is. Let me tell my mom coming home with a girl. Oh, it'd have been like hell done bought done open I done open hell's gate. But when I had to go through that with my daughter, I had been embedded with that same mentality. So I was about to beat the Bible all over her head. You know what I mean? But it didn't make any difference.
Yeah.
And it created a big resistance in us, and we were slashing and clashing. And the more I said this, the more she did that. You know what I mean? And it wasn't that, because I was a teenager too, so I understand her feelings. But at the same time, there's a whole. We're not even going to get into that because I could just. It's a whole lot. I had to learn to separate. Like, kids are going to do what they want to do, whether we believe it or not, because we did, right? We got away with what we wanted to until we got caught. But we got our own mind. So in our mind, even though our parents are saying stuff, tell me your mind didn't say this when your parents told you something. I mean, that happened to you, but does that mean it's going to happen to me?
Yeah. And they don't want to hear that.
We don't want to hear that. As adults, we don't want to hear that because we're like, yeah, I thought that too. And then as kids, they don't want to hear what we're saying either. So I had to learn that she's going to live her own life, whether I control her until she's 18 and graduate or not. When she turned 18 in one day, she's going to do what the hell she want to do. So why restrict their mentality? But at the same time, I say we aren't here to control them because we can't really control them. We can try all we can. We can beat them. We can punish them. We can do all the stuff they got in my own mind. But if we work with them, we can actually learn some stuff on our own. I had to learn to separate what I believe in my faith and how my child is living, just because she is my child and she loves too, and she needs love, and God loves her. So I can't treat her like she's ostracized because she's not living the way I think she's supposed to live according to the Bible. You know what I mean? Right. Like, I can't treat her like that. That will cause trauma. That will cause trauma.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the reason why I say that a child's mind is stronger. A child's mind is stronger than an adult's mind. A child's, why? Because a child has capacity of growth. A child has capacity. Not saying adults don't grow. It's easier for a child to learn and grow out of the mental state of where they're in the moment than an adult.
But you know why though? Because they lack the experience.
That's what I'm saying.
And that is the reason why the mind is stronger. Experience makes you weak sometimes. Because you think experience means that you know everything because you experience one thing. Somebody could experience somebody cheating on them and they would think that everybody cheats.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like
that's one aspect, though.
Right? Because you can't be any type of person on this earth and try to function in a normal society if you don't have at least some experiences to see where things are going.
Exactly.
Not necessarily true.
Experience teach you though.
No, experience is a
good teacher.
Like when it comes to jobs, right? I'm the one to say like, yo, why the fuck do I need a degree when I got experience? Right? But then when it comes to relationships or any other thing, like if I go through what I go through in my relationship and I be like, yo, I got experience in this, and it's like, yo, but somebody ain't going through that. I don't have experience what they going through. Because you don't have experience with it. I experienced something different.
Right, but
so experience.
Right, but you are almost comparing oranges to apples though, remember? Because if you're talking about a job, then we can break that apart about a department in the job or different type of jobs you have. As far as having experience and experience, I can have experience in being a manager in a restaurant and don't know shit about fixing a car.
All right,
So that don't mean shit.
but you had experience being the manager. So let's take it there. Let's go that. You had experience being the manager, right? So because you manage this person doesn't mean managing this person is gonna be the same as managing that person, other person. So what I'm saying is,
Right.
you can, as an adult, be like, yo, I know what I'm doing. I've managed mad people in my life. And overlook the fact
Damn,
that,
indeed, y'all 48.
huh?
I'm sorry. I was noticed Embiid gave y'all 48.
Hey, you know what? No, man. Kurt, you gotta go. I know you gotta go, Kurt.
Too late for that.
I know I got this shit on, man. God damn it. But look, you can have experience being a manager, but it doesn't mean you have experience being a good manager. It doesn't mean you have experience being a bad manager. It doesn't mean you was once a manager. And even if you was a good manager, it doesn't mean you had experience managing all these types of people. So
Or different business.
It's a different business.
yeah, so
It's about you.
the thing is like we get caught up in I've done it. I've been there, so I know it. People say to me all the time, yo, trust me on this. I've done it before. I know what I'm talking about. I'm like, Bert, do you know what you're talking about? Because you done it before? Because you done, like, everything, every situation is unique because there's something else in another situation that has not happened in yours.
Right.
And that doesn't
Facts.
mean,
But
you
to
may
have
not know how to deal with that.
that's where experience comes from. Because let me tell you something. That's where experience comes from. Because the thing is this: once you mature, you didn't just mature in a job. You matured by the time you mature. If you really grew and you knowing as you're growing in everything, and you didn't experience this in the job, you didn't experience this in a relationship, you didn't experience this in your own personal battles. So you have I know because I've been through it because you've been through it.
No.
Like if you have, listen, wait. I'm going to stop you right there because let me tell you something.
I'm listening.
Wisdom really comes from being able to experience and to have the open mind because when you're really mature, you are childlike in the mind. You are renewed. Let me tell you, what's my name? Reborn. You're renewed when you renew your mind. So every day, mature, young, whatever, we're learning. So you have to have the experience. And then when you have that experience, you put that together with what you see around you. You may not know everything that somebody else has been through, but you can relate on a different level and give them examples in a different level because it can relate to what you're saying. You could be talking about your child, and I could be talking about an employee that's doing some crazy stuff. But it's relatable because they're acting the same way.
Okay. So
it's the same energy.
I get you. And I'm not saying you're wrong. However, maturity doesn't mean that you've been through something before.
That's exactly what it means.
No, it doesn't.
That's exactly what it means. Let me tell you something. Maturity is maturity.
No, hold on.
You tell me. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen.
Hold on.
I'm gonna mute and listen.
Maturity has nothing to do with experience. Nothing at all to do with experience. Understand this. Maturity is a mind state. Experience is an experience. It's a situation. Experience is something that you've been through. Maturity is a growth. You can be mature in the mind enough to know that, like, even if you haven't been through something, I see the smile. You think you got me on something? Cool. Don't listen to prove me wrong. Listen to understand what I'm telling you. Understand this. You could be mature enough that I wasn't married till I got married. Right? And I had people in my family that was married, friends that was married, and I talked to them about their marriage and how to work their marriages out, even though I haven't been married. So does that mean I wasn't mature because I wasn't married before? No. That means I was mature enough to know that this is not how that shit's supposed to go. That's maturity. Experience is somebody saying, what do you know about marriage? You never been married before. Okay, so that means because you're cheating and you're married, that's where it's supposed to go because you're married and you're doing this and you're doing that. So I don't know because I'm not married, so I can't talk to you about it. That's the difference between being mature and experienced. Every
No,
time you're
that's the difference between wisdom and not knowing. There's a difference because you already had the wisdom between what is right and what is wrong. Do you understand? We don't already have the wisdom of what is right and what is wrong. So if somebody comes to you with a scenario and you looking at it like you're mature enough to know, yo, I can tell you that this is this. Like you can tell them that where they may not even have looked at it in that way, but that comes from could come from some type of
no, really though.
non-growth, baby, not non-growth. You didn't grow in that area because you never even worked it. If I don't believe that people. I believe that people know things. There's a knowing. There's a knowing. I knew when I was a young child, I was a mature person and could tell adults some stuff. I could then. I wasn't mature. I was a kid, but I had a knowing. I had a knowing. I could see adults doing stuff and was like, yo, what in the world? Don't you know that is all wrong? But at that time, kids can't tell adults that.
Yeah, they
Kids
can.
can't tell adults that.
They can. That's the thing. Like,
I'm telling you, at that time, you couldn't.
All right. I get you. I get you. Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Hell the hell you couldn't.
I get you. So what I'm saying is this,
walking around like Gumby licking.
man, listen, and our times are kicking to adult shit. But the thing is, honestly, nowadays I see kids being more mature than the actual adults. And the reason why is not because of experiences, it's because of
second childhoods. Or never going out of a mentality.
Is Mojo, where Mojo at?
She been hung up.
God damn it.
Been gone.
See,
she's been gone.
That's why I hate the way this shit is because I can't see who the fuck is on here.
So when on your screen, do you see 3 people all the time or just 2?
Now I only saw 3 of y'all.
So I mean 4.
So basically saying,
the whole time.
Mature without knowing. If you don't know, but we'll promote change in behavior experience. So what I'm saying is this, really though. We all have, like, as a kid, we know that I want mommy to be with daddy, right? As a kid, we thought that if we seen that, right? And if we saw mommy be with somebody else or daddy be with somebody else, we knew, oh, that's not mommy or that's not daddy. Even without knowing what cheating is, we knew that shit wasn't it. We knew that shit wasn't right. So bottom line is, like, we always have these, like, we always have these thoughts. It's like, yo, we make stories of, like, we develop our own stories in our minds growing up. And that's what shapes and molds us. Those are the things we live off of. If I said that, listen, because my father wasn't there, he don't care. He hates me. My father wasn't there, he hates me. When it may not have been that he hates me, he may have hated all of us. Or he may that just not have known how to raise us. He may have hated himself. And that's what I mean by what I said, we develop stories. It's a difference as to when you develop a story and then, like, someone is there to talk to you about the situation, and then that way you have a chance to actually understand the story. Your story isn't right. And that's basically what I'm saying. Your story is right. Like, no matter how right my story might have been to me, even to this moment in my life, it still isn't right. Because my story was fuck my father because he don't give a fuck about me. He don't give a fuck about my family. He don't give a fuck about none of us. My sisters, my mother. In all actuality, he was just a fuck boy. He didn't know how to. He still is a fuck boy. But being a fuck boy doesn't mean that they don't care. He cares about us. He wants us all to be good. He cares enough and wants us all to be good. He just don't know how to take care of us. It's a difference.
See, that's like, and that's it is a difference. But see, that's a maturity that had to come with knowing that. How did you get from saying give a fuck to?
I got 10
I understand
seconds
now.
I'm gonna rejoin the live. Rejoin the live, okay? I'm gonna rejoin the live, y'all. Rejoin my live. We're gonna go live for another hour. I hate Instagram. I didn't know it was gonna do this still again. We got way off a second childhood. Once again. Oh shit. My next loss. It's all good. We'll win on Sunday. Oh shit. Yeah, y'all. What up to YouTube? What up to Facebook? What up to everybody out there? Really though? What up, my nigga? Motherfucking nigga, man. New York, what up? What up, homie? What up, baby girl? How you doing? Yo, shout out where y'all tuned in from. Type that shit in there, like, type that shit in there. Thing is, like, look, Mojo, let me see if you can actually join the live this time. Let's see if this shit works. Let's see if it works. Turn on. Mojo? I don't know if Mojo's on the live. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. Fuck Instagram. Cause the shit it's like, yo, I got you. I mean, you can't go nowhere else. So you gotta use my platform. Motherfuckers think that we gotta do the shit that they want to do, or want us to do for them. There's other platforms out there, and I'm gonna find this shit out. Best believe. Let's see. Yo, Mojo, can you join? You wasn't able to join? Got Reborn on here. What up, Reborn? Oh, give me 1 second. Let me switch the Bluetooth over once again. Just stay fucking up. It should work. There it is. You hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
I definitely can.
All right.
All right, so I'm trying to join people on the live. What up, everybody that's out there? Appreciate y'all. Facebook, YouTube, shit, all other platforms. Fitch, what up, G? Where Fitch is. It's love.
Can you see her now?
No.
No.
I know when he doesn't see me, because if he sees me, he says something. He didn't see me.
Yeah, I don't see it.
That's wild.
It is.
That is so
And
wild.
it's always me.
It's always her. Like, yeah,
That is buck wild.
I don't get it. I don't know why they hating on Mojo. That's the homie right there.
It's always me.
IGB doing some crazy stuff. It's this one poet, no lie. For the first 2 years I met her, because look, let me just tell you, God has blessed me. So I just got into poetry like 2020, but I just started spitting 2021. But 2021, 2022, I was buck wild on these IG streets, right? I met a lot of people. It's this one girl that every room she got in would never let her in. It would just won't let her in the rooms. And I was like, that is wild. What is wrong with IG? But I've never heard of he can let you in the room, but he can't see you.
He can't see me. Mm-hmm.
That's the weirdest shit ever.
It is. It is. It's so crazy.
So I mean, it's just social media shit. But like, we can sit all day debate about that shit. But like, on the real, fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like,
it's real. But while we got time to talk about some good shit, let's talk. Let's talk.
Let's do
it.
Let's talk. Yeah.
I know, Fitz. He need to Google it. Like, why did that happen?
Siri, that bitch, right?
Honestly, I did. And you know what this shit said?
And what did it say?
A lot of people are complaining about the same shit.
I told you, I've seen it happen to other people on their lives. Like, they'll pull somebody on the live and they be like, I can't see them.
No, the thing is,
that's
like,
weird.
How you gonna, like, if I Google it, how you gonna be like, yo, everybody complaining about this shit? Like, tell me what the problem is.
It be one. Yeah,
it's weird.
Don't tell me everybody.
I got one guy can't let me in the room. He let me in one time, and from that day on, and we had some good conversations. I guess they don't want smart people to talk. I might get blocked out of your room after this. But they be on some other for real. They be doing some other. They be sending me stuff talking about some. I can't comment on people's stuff. Talking about some inappropriate behavior. I was like, yo. And when I try to push the button and tell me like to dispute it, it's grayed the fuck out. How the fuck you gonna put it up there, but I can't even dispute it? IGB on some other.
People don't like opinions. A lot of people don't like anything that goes against what they gotta say, and a lot of people don't like opinions, especially when it goes against what they say from a black woman. Gotta understand that.
It is what it is. It is what it is. Like,
but
you gotta stand in your truth, and it is what it is.
That don't mean it's not what it is, though. So, I
mean, she can't post. She's in IG jail, so she can't even make posts. Wow.
Who
said that? Fitz. He said he can't post. He's in IG jail. That means somebody reported one of your posts.
No.
And that's what I'm saying. Somebody reported one of my posts. And
no. They have an automatic shit. Like, that's why I only have an hour.
Oh yeah, if you say certain stuff, it'll do it to you automatically.
Automatically, like I get.
If you type certain keywords or if certain key content is in the post, it'll automatically put you in jail. I've been in Facebook jail 50 million times.
I put niggas, but instead of using G's, I use 9s, and they flagged me. I said, "Fuck you, nigga." That was my response. Like, yo, like, know what I mean?
Nanger.
Anything, any comments you want to make, like to I'm like, I said, "Fuck you, nigga," like, because like, fuck him. Like, I was showing the difference between me putting that and when I'm like, yo, there's a difference. Like, this culture vulture shit. AI is culture vulture. AI does.
He's talking about. Oh, sorry. Kia, we talking about
how I'm on live right now with him and he can't see me again.
Yeah, and we're way off topic. And
right.
I want to get back to topic because we have not spoke about even the first one. Let's move beyond the first one though. Let's do this. And Mojo, I want you to set it off for this one, if you could. We talked about virtual first dates, what you do, and let me tell all the first dates like that, right? I don't want to get back into the first day. I don't even get back into the dating shit, period. Damn, where's my shit at? My bad.
You know you sound garbled again.
Huh?
You know you sound garbled again.
I do?
Yeah.
Can Can you hear me?
Does he sound funny for you?
Well, I can hear you, but I hear what you're saying. He sounds like he got a little something in the like a not an echo, but
it's like a little. Remember that little robot-y sound I told you last time? It's like a little gargle.
That I don't know why that happens. When I watch people
It's
lives,
IG too.
when I watch people lives, it slows it down. It's chopped and screwed. They be like,
Yeah.
they be like, my trick,
Weird.
my trick,
well, I'm seeing myself clear on your live, but when I go back to watch it, I'm pixelated.
Really?
Yeah, like Mario
Wow.
Brothers.
Crazy.
Yeah, I got my shit is glitching and doing shit. You'll see me for a minute, then you see just a bunch of pixels. I'll be like, what is this?
That's crazy.
What is this?
There's no rhyme or reason to this.
None. None. I don't want to see this beauty. Let's see. We don't want to see it. This light, they don't want to hear this light I'm shining on you.
Excellent.
Too much queenism.
Let's get into this. Let's get into some kind of fuckery because I don't have much time left, and
all right.
I'm not gonna go live again after this one is over. But let's talk about this real quick. I seen my mother was married 3 times, right? And
your mom?
Yeah, she was married 3 times. So Steve Harvey was married 4 times?
It's 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Oh God, I ain't know that much. I only know about 3. Damn, whatever. Anyway,
so like,
yeah.
Have any of y'all ever been married? Once, okay. Mojo?
I plead the fifth.
Fear? 5 times? Okay. So like
I plead the fifth.
I was married once too. But,
all right.
So my thing is like, right? I had a thought in my mind today. I seen situations where people were married, and I kept for some reason in my mind today. It was like, yo, this person was married this time and then that time, married like 2, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Nothing wrong. Do your thing, right? But like my thing is like, when you get married the first time, you do create that book, right? So when you get married that second time or third time, do you still have that book? Like when you get married the second time.
What's the book?
What book?
Oh.
That's like, what's the book?
So it's like when you get married, if you get remarried, do you keep pictures from your first marriage? So like when you get married the third time,
oh God,
do you got pictures from your second and first marriage? Do you keep those pictures? Do you keep those?
I would think, okay, so let me tell you, and this is just, I don't know, because I only been married once, so I have no idea. And we didn't really take a lot of pictures. We got our cruise pictures. We got, I don't even remember if we had cameras back then to have our wedding day pictures. You know what I mean? Like to have phones that we have now. It wasn't even like that. We got married in Justice Peace in Philadelphia at City Hall. You know what I mean? Like, look, we had been.
Stop it! You said
really don't stupid.
Stop it, yo.
Yo, I'm trying to tell you. Like, I went through the pager system. I went through the car phone, the big ones. I went through a whole stage. Like, you think I'm young because I'm beautiful, but I'm good. You know what I mean? Like, I live the life. So no, we didn't have.
Stop it, yo.
You young.
But
that's funny.
Point. Like, when you get married, you do be having like some of the things. Like, let's not say the book, but some of the things, like the garter, the dress, little mementos. So do you keep all the? So say you got married 4 times. Do you keep all them things?
What's the things again? Name them again.
Like the little mementos, like the garter. And
oh no, that shit been gone. That shit been gone. Like that shit been gone.
Even if it's just
the little, they do have like a wedding book. Where people sign.
Yeah.
They do have that, like the wedding.
Okay, I never even thought about that. I ain't do all of that shit, but gosh.
Why would you keep someone from saying
I'm like,
not why would you keep keeping there from Satan?
Like, I just don't. I guess it would depend on how the marriage ended. I guess it depends. Like, what if they died? What if you just want to keep a part of them? You know what I mean? Like,
That's
See,
a
you
good
don't,
point. What if
you
the
don't.
person passed away?
What if the person passed away? Would you want them to have to give away their stuff because you got married again? Like, I think it depends
Or
on the.
what if so say you got married, right? Y'all had kids, and I don't know, like you got married the second time, the kids was part of the wedding, like
Yeah.
then you got divorced, like like it could go like she said, it could go down a rabbit hole.
You're right. It can go so many ways. So my thing is this: is a respect between the, I guess, the second or the third or whatever husband, and it has to be a conversation made, because if it means something to you enough to keep, then it means something to you. So explain why, and if it's good enough for y'all partnership to ride without that bitch being in a garage somewhere, like for real, because you ain't gonna watch the shit no more. You ain't looking at it for mementos. It's just it's just something to keep. I can't explain it. Like, you know what I mean?
It don't make sense. You keep it, but you ain't never looking at it.
But I got yearbooks. I got 2 yearbooks. I got
Don't look at them.
Yearbooks. I got stuff from. Only time I look at them is when I move to another place and realize I still got the fucking book.
Let me say this. Let me say this, right?
That is true.
I have I was married.
I got people in my yearbook in school that are not a yearbook, my photo album, that I don't, who is this person? But they're in my yearbook, so they had to mean something to me, because we had Polaroid pictures back then. That was back then, and film you took to the motherfucking store to get the reel done. We had those, and I got packets of those where I want to throw them away, because I be like, I don't even look at these bitches no more. That is retarded. So I don't think so. I've learned to throw away a lot of stuff, because the older you get, is like, why? Why? It's nice to remember, like when you get older. But no, I gave my prom dress. I finally got rid of my prom dress, but I gave it to my daughter. She was my size, and all she did was took some frills off of it, took the the little stuff of it, and she used it again. It was a nice form-fitting dress. It was beautiful. She used it again for my prom dress. You know what I mean? But other than that, I can't even imagine.
What about a wedding dress?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm never putting it on again. And if I'm getting married, I'm damn sure ain't gonna wear that one again. What the fuck? We ain't keeping it for? What the fuck? It makes no sense.
The thing is, like, yo, my thing is like, all right, and coming from I hear a lot of perspective on this, right? My bad, Mojo. I want you to go first. Go ahead, Mojo.
I do have items from my first marriage. So I do have items from that. I'm like her. I don't look at them. I don't, they're in a box. I think I've, shared them with my son, because, that was my son's dad. So I've shared, them with him, showed them to him. I don't know that I don't know. If somebody, and we're going to get married, and they're like, I want you to get rid of those things. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I care.
He said to my ex's wedding dress in the world's most expensive toilet tissue.
Toilet paper, expensive toilet paper. You funny ass.
Oh, yo. But he's not lying. That's the whole shit that's funny about
it. Yeah, that's funny. Wow. That was funny. I did. But okay, so let me tell you, the most thing I have, from my marriage, is I still have my wedding ring. Okay. And I know that I'm not going to wear it again. I thought about taking the diamonds out and making jewelry with it. I thought about giving it to somebody, but I just wouldn't wear it anymore. And it's a beautiful ring, but it's valued $3,000, but pawn shops want to give me $300, and it just doesn't make in my mind. Makes any sense to give you $300? What the fuck?
So that's the reason why you still have it, because you want to take $300 over $3,000. It's
I
not
danced
because
in my
it's not because you don't want to get rid of it. So like,
Yeah.
different situation. Like when it comes to monetary value, what I want to say is this. Um, I was once married, right? And I'm divorced now, and like I don't give a fuck about shit that happened during our marriage. I mean, and on the real, like seeing the pictures, like I see him, it's like, eh. At one point when I saw the pictures, it brought back anger because it was like because of the thing that transpired in our marriage. But once I learned to forgive and got over it, I see it now, and it's like, eh. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. There's no anger no more. It's none of the old
But you
things.
still have it. You still have it.
No. The thing is, I find them nowadays. Like it may be in my garage, maybe in the attic. I mean, so it's like when I see it's like, all right, I'll throw it out, But pictures, but
So when you
however,
find it, you throw it away.
yeah. But pictures from the wedding,
Wow.
I keep.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
The reason why is because we have a daughter.
Yeah, it's your daughter's mom.
Yes, and I can't erase those moments. No matter what,
Right.
no matter what.
Was your daughter born
No.
after you were married
Well,
or
yeah,
before?
yeah. After, well, after, like a few years
Okay.
after. So the thing is, I can't erase those
Okay.
moments. So the thing is, like, for her sake, I keep that
Yeah,
so she can see it. But
because it may mean something to her.
e-
Right.
exactly, exactly.
Right.
And
Right.
and those are my thoughts because like I've learned I haven't always been here, but I've learned to get beyond myself because at one point I couldn't see beyond myself and I tripped myself up. And if it wasn't something that was about me, it was detrimental to me. And honestly, that was more detrimental to me than anything. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, that was more detrimental to me than anything was because um I was only thinking one way. And I had to learn to get out of that that mentality.
Mentality.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
it is destroying. It only brought about hatred. And when I
And
grew
harm to yourself.
I grew up I grew up with hatred. Even though I was a funny motherfucker, I was a character. I would have jokes. I was fueled by hate, and I realized that, and that's what kept me going. And when I learned to let that shit go, I became a different person. And like, I
But what
mean,
was your point of saying that your mom was married 3 times? What was your point of saying that?
because she was, it's a fact. Um,
Does she keep things from those marriages?
yes, I've seen photos from every single marriage. My father was a second,
Mm.
so I've seen photos from my first marriage. I've seen
Mhm.
photos. That's the reason why I knew I was alive. She got married to my father because I was in the wedding. I wouldn't remember that shit,
Okay.
but I was in the wedding and the
Mhm.
last marriage.
Mhm.
So
Is she still married now?
no, she's single now. However, my mother learned a lot, and no matter what my mother did in life, what I love about her is she never held nobody else accountable for her shit. And I love that about her because
So
they
I
taught
have a
me.
question for you.
That
If you were to get married again, right?
yeah,
Like say you met a young lady, you guys, decided to get married,
yeah.
but she was also married before as well, right?
Mhm.
And you guys decide, hey, we're gonna, either move into the house you have now or you're gonna get another house. And she brings her things, you guys are unpacking your things, and in one of her boxes, it's a box of just, mementos of her marriage, photos, whatever, whatever. Do you have a problem with her having that box?
I'm gonna say no. Like
Okay.
reason why I'm gonna say no is one if she has a child with that person. But the thing
Hmm.
is, I still have shit here from my first marriage.
Right.
Now, I mean, like, do I care about it?
Do you remember that story I told you about the sofa in my basement? Do you remember that story?
No.
So I have a love sack. For all those who weren't on here, I have a love sack.
Hey, love sack, baby, love sack,
And y'all know love sacks
love
are
sack.
very expensive, right?
Hold
So
up.
I determined,
Love sack.
no, love sack, the sofa.
Oh,
But, child, come stay with me.
oh. I'm trying. I'm trying. What's the
Stay with
address?
me. Okay? No. Stay with me. So I have a love sack. Maybe
Love
a couple
sack.
years ago, I determined I want a love sack. I went to the love sack store because love sack got their own store. The sofas start at like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 and go
Bowling.
up.
She fly high. No,
So I
no.
was like, oh yeah, I won't be getting a love sack from here, right? So I'm the hustler. I find a love sack. I'm gonna buy this love sack off this guy or whatever. Brand new, pretty much love sack that he never used. I go to pick up the love sack, and the guy explains to me that he never used the love sack. He had his ex-wife had ordered the love sack. It was on back order because she wanted this custom color. In the process, they end up getting separated and end up getting divorced. The love sack comes. He gets into another relationship. He moves because he didn't live in that house. He got another job, so he moved, but he owned the house. So the furniture was still there. But he gets married, and the lady says the couch can't come to her house. So he tries to explain to her, she never even sat, like, she never sat on the couch. When the couch arrived, we was already separated. It's a brand new couch. The girl was like, she don't care. Because the ex-wife ordered the love sack was not allowed to go into her house. Ma'am, this is an $8,000 sofa. I don't give a damn who ordered it.
Bring that shit
I
over
don't give a
here.
damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't give a damn.
Facts.
I don't give a damn. I don't care.
I know that's the hell right.
People get hung up on dumb stuff.
Yes.
So I asked a question before, like, if you was married to somebody and I got divorced and you kept the crib, or you was married to somebody, I mean, or somebody was married and you get the person you got married to, like, or you got with somebody afterwards, right? You was with somebody else that you was with somebody, they was married, they got divorced, lived in the house together. Would you move in that house that the man that you with now?
Oh, you did ask this question.
Yeah, so like, would you live in the house?
Or you want a whole new house?
Yeah, like, could you live in the house with somebody? Could you live in? Can you live in the
That
house?
they lived in the house with their ex.
Yeah, like, can you live in someone's marital house? Can you live in that house? Me personally, I was fuck that nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and he bought this.
He don't live there no more.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, he bought this house. This is nice. Oh shit!
Right. Only reason I'm moving is I don't like the house.
Is that a chandelier? Oh shit! I never seen one before. Know what I mean, hold up. Yo, are those dim lights? Are those
So
dim
look,
lights?
you start dating somebody.
Let me tell you something. That is
they live in a house that look like Rick Ross' crib, but that's the house that they lived in with their ex. Are you moving? No, stop it.
like for real though. Like for real though. Like let's make some sense out of it. If it don't make if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. But that don't make no sense. Like that don't make any sense because I'm keeping it. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. And if I
wait, what they say?
That's the one thing we might change. That's the one thing we're gonna change. Yeah, no. We're gonna change the mattress. The mattress gotta go.
If you want to get a new mattress, you want to get new. This is the thing. As a woman, you come into the house. Of course, you want to change it and make it your own.
But
you gonna that part
that you can't be in the house at all.
Before that, she said, "I will buy a new house for my future husband, not keeping the same house that I had with my ex."
Now, I was like, my first instinct. She said she would buy a new house for her future husband, and like my thing is this: it depends on the circumstance.
Sound.
Fuck
Right.
that.
And
For
like,
sure,
it
for
just,
sure they tell
it
me I
just,
gotta buy a new house because my ex lived here and this is my house. I'm like,
it's
man,
not because of that. Like, let me tell you something. I can say if I move into the house, it's going to be, if I like the house, we staying.
Right.
If I don't
That's
like the
right.
house, it's for a short period of time. We go
that's
for the
it.
time limit, and then we gonna move
We're
on.
gonna get us a house
If,
that
if,
we like.
Us
But
a house.
if
I'm
you
not staying there just because you live no.
yeah,
Now if
yeah,
I
Yeah.
don't
yeah,
like the
so
house, like you said, I
that's
don't like the
good.
house, it's different.
Yeah, I like that. It's like if you say we can't stay because your ex stayed here,
No,
it's like yeah,
that's not
No.
the criteria.
yeah. But if it's like yo,
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
it's not where we
First of
are.
all, you done been in many. Let's keep it funky. You done been in many houses that somebody ex been in, whether they ex-wife, their ex-boyfriend. Some of y'all been in houses that they current is in. Let's
Exactly.
talk about. Some of y'all was in the house when they had a whole
Damn, Mojo, that's how you
suite.
feel tonight. That's how you
Yeah,
feel.
that's how I feel. Because they you so indignant about being
Let's
in the
go.
house that he was in with his ex. But honey, you done been in a many a house where the current still lives there.
Yeah.
Wow, Mojo.
Yeah.
That's
Let's
how
get that right.
That's how
Let's get it
Mojo feel
right.
tonight, boy. Oh shit.
Yo,
Come on now.
I love
Come on
it.
now.
I love it. I
Come
love
on now.
it. I love it because no, let's get it. Let's get it
Yeah, let's
cracking.
not act like that
Yeah.
don't happen.
Huh.
Like that don't happen.
Hmm.
It
Hmm.
does. It's just funny as hell because I was like, shit, like, because like a lot of people forget that shit. I'm not
Yeah.
because like I mean like but those be the ones that be like with the morals, the so-called
I
morals.
had someone, it wasn't
The
about a house,
so-called.
right? It wasn't about a house, but I had a friend, and I'm gonna tread lightly on this story because I don't want the friend to get upset. So,
Man, fuck
well,
that.
she never watched this before. Well, not that I know of. So I had a
It don't
friend,
matter.
right? And when we were much younger, she used to, mess with uh mess with dudes that was in relationships. Okay, she did a lot. It was her thing. Whatever. She gets in a relationship, and the guy had a child, and so she had all with him communicating with the child's mother. She had to be in the room when they talk. If he called her on the phone, she got to be on the phone, or she got to be next to him. He can't go pick up the child without her.
Let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Was this child conceived during this marriage or
They
before?
wasn't married. He wasn't married to the lady. They just had a child. And they was, boyfriend's girlfriend. They had a child.
Before he got married.
Boy.
No, they weren't married.
They were
They
never
weren't.
ma-
She
they
wasn't
were
married.
never, they were never
Nobody was married. Yeah.
Okay, so what
they
I'm
was never
saying is
married.
the two that's together
Okay.
right now
Mm-hmm.
They were never married.
have
Never
They're
married.
not
they
married.
never been married.
Boyfriends and
Never married.
girlfriends.
They're boyfriend and
boyfriend and
girlfriend, right?
Right.
Now, this
He
child,
got a child from a previous relationship. He wasn't married in that relationship either.
okay, but it was previous to her.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
When
then she
him,
no.
he had a
Okay,
child.
Let her
continue
finish.
on.
He had,
Continue on. I had to get the story straight.
Yeah,
right.
I had to
She
get
got all
straight.
these issues with him communicating with the child's mom. So one day we're talking, and she's just, going on her regular rampage about him and the child's mother, and that she gonna respect me, and this and this and that, and da da da. And so I bust out laughing. And so she was like, "What is so funny?" I said, "It is funny how much respect you want to obtain now when you wasn't never given none." And she was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Girl, you done slept with 50 million women's men. And now that you in a relationship and you in love, you want somebody to respect. You want somebody to respect your relationship." I was like, "Miss me with that. You about to get what you gave out."
A whole lot of times, like tenfold, baby. It ain't even gonna get nicer. I'm just saying, you got to expect what you gave. You got to expect it to come back at some point in time.
If you want to play the game, do not get mad when the game gets played on you.
Let me tell you.
You know, I want. Oh, you know what? I can't even say it because
Why?
the reason why I say I can't say it because what I want to say is personal. And however, I don't care. But it's no point in saying it. It's not a knock against me or anybody. It's just not a point in saying it. But I mean, like I'll put it like this. As Mojo said, when you never have that type of recourse for somebody else's situation, and that same situation is in your face, and now you're upset because it's happening to you. It's like, yo, who are you? Well, you're not.
Yeah. You
I
got
mean,
selective amnesia.
yeah.
You don't remember all the stuff you did.
I love that.
Yo,
Selective amnesia. How about
Marcus
that?
don't mean shit in the voice. Judge don't get in the house. Nah, because my shit went differently.
Wait, what was the
What was the previous question about it?
But we're really those.
Both parties on the mortgage don't mean shit in divorce. Judge gonna give you the house and make me pay for it. Fuck that.
No, not necessarily.
No, like I said, my shit
Not
went
necessarily.
differently.
It depends.
No,
It depends on the situation.
if you know the law and know your rights, then you always
Correct.
have a caveat. Always have a caveat, but it doesn't always mean it's gonna happen. I will say that as a man, the odds are always stacked against us in those realms, and we all know that. I mean, it's not a secret, but if you know your laws, if you know the laws and know your rights, then you have options. It doesn't mean it's gonna work though, because a lot of times, yes, it's stacked against us. I mean, all the time it's stacked against us. We gotta fight the uphill battle, but it doesn't mean that we can't. I've seen situations to where my niggas have overcome those situations, and rightfully so. They've gotten,
Hmm.
custody and all those other things, and they
Yeah, I have to.
and they didn't seek child support. They didn't seek all these other things, and they could have done it just to.
It wasn't easy though.
Yeah,
Like you said, it wasn't easy,
yeah,
but I have
no,
seen it.
not by far.
I know.
Yeah, you can't have that
personally
mentality
that
because if you have the mentality, you won't fight and know your rights
And
and
the
know
thing
what you
is,
can
right.
do.
and the thing is, like, every single last one of them dudes, like, they had people in their corner saying, yo, she was trying to get child support from you, this, that, and the third from you. You should take off from all of that because they're gonna give it to you now. Because in every instance,
Depends on the circumstances. I'm telling you, depends on the circumstances. I could have socked it to my ex, and I
yeah,
didn't.
yeah,
And it's just no need to if you decide to do what you're supposed to do.
but the thing is like a lot, like most instances I know that went the other way. Most the female have seek child support and alimony, but in every situation that I know from the male, they never seek those things. And it was like, no, I'd rather them just go do their thing, so I can do my thing. We could be like whatever. The females like they want to have a connection. Like, oh no, they're gonna pay me money, because it's that and the third. It's like if you choose not to be with them,
It's not always a situation.
But this is the thing. Even if
I didn't say
the
it
father,
was.
yeah, but even if the father that, let's just say in the situation where the father is awarded custody, right?
Yeah.
Even if that father sought child support, he is not wrong for doing that. That is not his responsibility to financially support that child solely by himself. It's not.
But it's also not. It's never his responsibility to support the woman once they're not together no more. And that's
No,
where,
I'm not saying support her. I didn't say support her.
No,
I said the
no. I get
child.
what you're saying. The child. Like,
Yeah.
so my thing is
That mother should not go on to just live her life and not provide any financial support to the well-being of her child.
Yes. And child support in a good 90+% of the cases go towards that mother's lifestyle rather than the child. And that shit is fucked up.
I don't know about that. I don't know most people that get a good amount of child support. Most people
Let me tell you something.
So I don't know whose lifestyle that's going towards.
That part.
Even if it's $200 to $300 that they get in a month, it's still going towards that. That's a club night for them, or maybe a bottle or whatever. Let's say we have a nicer clothes.
John, in 2024, what are you buying with $200-$300?
You get
food for the child that you got, and that's it. Food, and that's it.
But I mean, like,
let's pose this question that you just put up.
If I make it more
if the child support is $200 to $300, right?
Yeah.
and your child lives in an apartment with the mother, your child eats meals every day, your child goes to school, your child has lunch, your child is involved in extracurricular activities, how did you figure that the $200 to $300 went to her?
I'll make it more realistic then, because if you wanna go for $200-$300, I'll make it more realistic. Matter of fact, I'll make it an exact number: $3,000. Matter of fact, 3,000. I want to say $139 a month.
Let me tell you something.
No.
No. Then we're talking different tax brackets and we're talking different lifestyles.
It doesn't matter.
We're talking different tax. It does, because the bills go up, the cost of living and everything goes up.
Matter, but to take care of a child doesn't go up. Tax brackets and what the cost of living, what you used to live in, yeah, that's different. But to take care of a child is the same thing across the board. You can take care of a child when you're broke. Let's not. It doesn't mean that if you were if you were a millionaire, you got to give more because you were a millionaire.
No, I don't. I don't agree with that.
So tax brackets don't
but
matter.
That's how it's going to be going. No. But it's going to go towards your, according to your income. It's going to go towards the income. That's it.
It is. But in that respect, I don't agree, because you don't need $10,000 a month to support a child. You don't.
But that's in that
respect, I do agree with him.
$30,000, $40,000 a month just because they're rich. For a kid.
Yeah, that part I don't agree with.
And honestly, it's like, yo, where the fuck is that shit going?
But what is
that shit?
What is the percentage of we're talking about, like she said, you're talking about people in a whole different tax bracket. And we've talked about this before. I don't agree with that. If you have a baby by Chris Brown and you want the baby to live Chris Brown's lifestyle, then send the baby with Chris Brown. Because you're not Chris Brown, and you don't deserve Chris Brown's money. However, but I'm not talking about Chris Brown. I'm talking about Joe Brown, who only pays child support $146 a month.
Judge Joe Brown?
No, I'm talking about Joe Brown who's on the corner. And Joe Brown, his child support is $183 a month. And then every time his baby mama posts something, he talking about some she at the club spending his money. Baby, you pay $186. Ain't nobody at the club spending that.
Yes, they are.
None.
Yes, they are.
None.
No, they're not.
That went towards the electric bill. He plays Xbox on.
The electric bill $275.
That the boys play Xbox on for 15 hours. Like, come on,
all night long
with the lights on. With all the lights on.
No,
and forget eating. Forget eating and food costs
that a lot of men have.
That same money is not going towards a child. I'm telling you, a lot of times I've literally seen that shit happen. I've seen people in the
Bijan, you're not making literal sense right now.
Listen what I'm telling you.
If you contribute $186,
okay,
if that's the child support, not you, because I know that I'm not talking about you.
I know.
But if Joe Brown contributes $186 and his child and his child's mom live in Montgomery County, your $186 did not go to her nails. The apartment rent out here is $1,700-$1,800 a month.
So
that part.
Then so let me tell you something. In Montgomery County, there's no child support. That's gonna be $586. None. Even if the dude don't have a job.
Bijan, where did you think I came up with that amount, baby?
Listen.
Where do you think I got that number from, Pumpkin?
So maybe I have it to you, right? So my thing is this. I know people who didn't have jobs in Montgomery County, who didn't have a job and was hit for more than $186 a month. That's what I'm saying.
$186.75.
Boop, 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 boop. 45, 47.
I don't know what you wanted me to do with that 75 cents.
Look, let me tell you something.
No.
When anytime
hold on. So what I'm gonna say is this: 186.75, whatever the case may have been. A lot of times, yes, that shit still does go towards them. And I'm not saying in all cases, I do know mothers who were struggling, and that money meant something to them. And when they actually did get it, because they had deadbeat niggas out there that they was fucking with, when they actually did get it, it actually helped. But I do know of a mother that was out there was like, that money, oh, I'm gonna do this because I get this check every month. Different story. So yes,
There's a polarity to
it does
everything.
happen. It does happen. Again,
I'm just saying when you think of child support, and I have that just like you have a lot of female friends, I have a lot of male friends, and I have this same conversation with them a lot. When you think of child support, I need you to think of it in the grand scheme. Don't think of it as just the dollars and cents that you send. So it's just like if it was reversed, like you said, if the child lived with the father, if the father provides the roof over the child's head, if the father provides the health insurance, if the father provides the food, if the father provides the clothes, if the father provides transportation back and forth to school and activities and all these other things, if he provides all of that, and let's just say that's $4,000 or $5,000 a month, I don't know, and your payment comes in, and your payment is $200, $300, whatever, for you to say he took that $200 to $300 and took his girlfriend on a trip, he pay out $5,000 a month every month to the expense of that child. Your $300 is not what he used to go on a trip because it's a hole that is spent on the child. Sorry.
Thank you.
And that's for iceberg lettuce. I mean, like, it's like, yo, man, and I'm not picking on the women. I'm saying the court system here is fucked up because it does that. And it's like, listen, child support is a business. I mean, just like custody battles is a business, divorce is a business. That's the reason why shit go the way it does. Because it's a business, not because they really care about your well-being, your welfare. They don't. It is a business. Point blank, period. But
like we always say on here, if we do better, well, I always say this, if we do better as people, as individuals, these things would not be necessary.
Yeah.
So if you and I have a child together and we decide we're not going to be together or whatever the case may be, if I'm an adult and conduct myself as an adult and put the child first, and you're an adult and you conduct yourself as an adult and put the child first, we don't have to go through that. It's when those things don't occur on either end. When the woman is not an adult and she can't put the child first, or the man is not an adult, he can't. That's when those things come into play. But if we start taking accountability once again for ourselves and our choices, these things would not be necessary.
Thanks.
I wholly believe if you have a person, male or female, that takes care of their child, there's no need for a court order.
I pay $298
because you're gonna get more from the person, that person,
than they can give.
Than
but
the court would ever give you.
That part.
Yeah.
But if you don't, if you don't have that person, I don't believe that one person should bear the brunt of raising the child by themselves.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That's not fair.
I'm with you with that.
That's not fair.
I'm with you.
And it's not. When I'm saying that's not fair, I'm not saying that's not fair to the woman. That's not fair to the child.
No, I'm with you regardless. And with that, trust me, I understand. I slept in a drawer for a few years when I was a kid. I mean, so I get.
You slept in a drawer?
A drawer. Top drawer.
Well, thank God you was little.
Mm-hmm.
Baby. But
look, our parents were creative when times got rough. I remember I had moved down to Virginia, and it's the country, and they did things a little differently. And the heat went out, the oil, whatever, froze. It was cold back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
They still got that in New York.
In this trailer that we had, and we had no heat. Man, let me tell you, it was cold as bones. I mean, brick out there. And it was a lot of us. But those men out there, they was working. They took turns. It was so cold, they had to take turns. And we had this one little kerosene inside heater that we all bundled up around. But we made it creative and we made it warm. The kids, they had all the kids in the middle, the kids had the front, and the adults was on the outside. And they would get warm and they would take turns going back and forth trying to fix this daggone frozen behind oil heater that wasn't working. Man, I'll remember that one. I remember that when I was a kid then.
We need to get back
but they
to
made
the
it
days
work.
where we make it work.
And they was creative. Right.
Yeah, we need
I
to
was
get
so
back to the days where
country.
we make
That
it
is
work.
my thing, y'all. But look, this shit is,
I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story. I was so country
This is
when I'm.
cut off. This hasn't
It's about to
been,
cut off.
it hasn't even been an hour. What the
Oh
fuck
man,
is going on here?
I don't
why
know
don't
when
you get
came
more
in.
time? How long you been doing this?
No, he did, and then
Listen,
he got in trouble, and then
listen,
it went back. And
I got 20 seconds, y'all. Look,
Thank you.
I'm not gonna
Good
go live
night.
again. Look, I'm gonna go live again another day, not tonight, but I love y'all. Thank y'all. All right, peace.
Good night.
Please.